My name is Diamond, and I have a son who attends Neighborhood House Preschool. My kids' names are Nova and Onyx. Nova is 5 and Onyx is 3. I grew up here in Portland. I moved around a lot because I was in foster care, so kind of grew up all around in Portland. I was with my little sister. We went to many different homes, but eventually I found a great home, and we're more than family. When I first had Nova, I was just a single mom on my own, but it was fun. I was still pursuing my high school education while having her, and then I moved into my first apartment, and it was an apartment full of former foster children. And I met some great friends, and that was my first sense of, this is like my community, my friends, my family. And then COVID happened, and 2 weeks after COVID, I found out I was pregnant with Onyx, and I was like, whoa. Like, I'm pregnant with a toddler, and we can't go anywhere, and so that was an experience. Before, at my other daycare, I was paying $1,300 a month, and it was more than my rent. I barely saw my children, and when I did, it was like either putting them in bed or taking them to daycare and just to get back to work. It was, exhausting. I first heard about Neighborhood House, I was walking and there was a flyer on the side of the building. And I'd always seen people coming in and out with their children, but I never knew like the specifics. I'm like, is that a daycare, is that a school? It's like, what is this? And so I just went to their website, filled out an application. It was very easy, it was way easier than I thought. They got back to me a month later and I was like, whoa. I did like an information session, filled out some paperwork, and then a month later he started.
Onyx is definitely one of the leaders in my classroom. He is full of energy. He loves to play with the puzzles, he loves to paint, and he's just full of life. And Diamond is so helpful. She's very involved in her children's education. She works on the parent council, she comes to all the trainings, she's super involved here, and really just, you can tell she cares a lot.
Before he came here, he was at a daycare center, and it was very chaotic for both of us. It was just more busy, and I felt like our needs weren't really getting met. Neighborhood House being free has definitely given me more time to go to school, because before I was essentially just working to pay for childcare, and I really wanted to go to school to, get a career.
For Diamond and for these families, this is so important that they don't have to worry about coming up with all this money to pay for daycare, and that they have the time available that they can go work, they can go to school. And with Diamond, it's amazing because she's taken this opportunity, she goes to school, she comes here. It allows her to be that much more involved in her children's lives.
I'm going to school for Family and Human Services at PCC. When I'm done with school, I hope that I work with a nonprofit, maybe for foster youth or just underserved youth in general. I remember the connections I made in foster care, and if someone had my experience or similar, just the connection was better. I felt like they understood me, and I just want to give that to someone, and I want to advocate for them because some people don't have anyone to advocate for them. Since coming to Neighborhood House, I think Onyx's life has been different from his connections with his peers. Onyx learns better in a small classroom, a calmer environment. Now that Onyx is here, I think he's getting a lot more emotional and social behaviors.
Early childhood is very important. These kids are learning so much from the time they're born to the time that they turn 5. We know the brain development is the biggest it is in the entire lifespan. And so these experiences are shaping everything they're going to do for the rest of their life, and not just getting them ready for kindergarten. It's not even about that. It's about getting them ready for life.
Diversity is important for me because I grew up with little to none. And so to have that here, I want that for Onyx. I don't want him to feel left out or feel like the odd one out or different. To give that to him means a lot. I know he doesn't realize it or probably even care now, but it means a lot to me.